Hello. God, I hope this works. I have no idea what's going on. I'm surprised I got this far. Hi. You can hear me, hopefully. And probably my PC dying in the background because it's really warm. Oh, I need to press the wrong button. Nope, not that one. Okay, let's try this one. Hey! Oh, the chat works too well. The chat is halfway up the screen, which is a bit weird. Okay, well, it worked better than I thought it would, but that chat's supposed to be down there. What happened? Oh, I know what happened. That's fine. That's an easy fix. Don't worry about that. That's fine. Yay! It works. Oh god, I'm so happy. Oh. I honestly don't care if you're the only one that's here. Okay, to be honest. Why is YouTube telling me it's time for bed? I don't know. Ignore the fact that the chat is off the screen here. I know what I did wrong. I'm just glad it works. I thought it was just going to be like standard YouTube chat kind of thing. But I can fix that. That's fine. Let me see. That one. No, that's the overlay, you moron. That's the one I want. Can I change it while we're in? Hello, Spiffing. How are you? Let's do a longer test. It's rendering off to the edge because my alignment's crap. I'm just trying to fix it now. Let me try 550. Nope, doesn't work. Hang on. I'm getting there. 500. Oh, so close. You can see this. I've got to check the stream preview on the top of my screen. You can kind of slowly see it just edging in. So close. So let's try 480. Oh, did I get it? I think so. A little bit more. The length of the chat's wrong as well. This is what test streams are for. Yes, this is very true. Well, my main point for doing this is purely I wanted to force myself to do something on this channel because I really want to make videos and stuff again. But as Vicky and I have discussed on Twitter in the past, since I last did anything YouTube or like video making related in any conceivable form, Outer Odyssey, my anxiety has gone through the roof for this kind of thing apparently. So didn't expect that one. So does YouTube not have low latency like Twitch? It does, but that's for another time. So I can preset that in the background for like scheduled streams and stuff. You can probably do it for like just doing streams straight away as well. But I feel like the scheduled stream thing is actually easier for me to do than just going live straight away because you have to do everything all in one big box. Where if you do it as a scheduled stream, then it will let you do it page by page. So you can go, okay, I'll do this bit first. Next page, do that bit next. It helps with the anxiety stuff, so it's quite good. I need to change the height here. Now, I remember what it was before, so if I can just do this in one. Yeah, there you go. That's better. Hey everyone, I fixed the chat box. Hey Corey, how you doing? Anxiety, the bane of my life. I don't know where I mean, I've had anxiety for other things in my life before. Nothing to do with like video making, content creation, anything like that. But for some reason, the moment I was like, yeah, I want to make videos again. Yeah, I want to do live streams again. My head was like, do you really want to do that? I was like, come on, I'm nearly 40. Just let me have something in my life, please. That I was actually half decent at. Quarter decent at, but still. So it's nice that certain things that I thought were going to go wrong are actually going right, i.e. the chat thing here. I love this chat box thing because it mixes. It goes in my whole like color palette for the whole channel and everything. So yeah, I'm good. Thanks for asking. Just relaxing for work early night. Nice. Well, I wanted to do the stream tonight because I'm on my days off from work at the moment. I get Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday off, and then I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Tuesdays is normally like my chill day. So I'll either just like write scripts or just chill out. I can go out anywhere. I'll make sure the flat's clean. But other than that, I'll just chill out, rest, and get ready for work the next day. But next week I'm off for a week. I have holiday. So I'm off for 10 days from work. Yeah. So that's going to be where hopefully I can get at least a couple of videos out. That's my aim. I've got a few aims that I want for that 10 days off. One of them is to make at least 2 videos and post them. Making them's fine. Posting them's the hurdle I struggle with currently. But also I want to kick off my health and fitness journey. Diet-wise, I'm doing really well, but you don't lose weight through diet alone. I need to start doing exercise and stuff as well. Something I've been severely lacking in the last 10 years of my life. So I'm going to try and do that. I'm trying to clear up my flat and sell a bunch of stuff or get rid of a bunch of stuff that I don't need anymore because at some point I want to move to Scotland. Hopefully that's going to be in the next 6 to 12 months if I'm lucky. If I'm not lucky, maybe a bit longer. But we'll see what happens. So, yeah. Anxiety is a nasty beast. It is. I don't like it. And the fact that I'm 39, nearly 40, and I have this, I don't know why. I don't know where it's come from at all. So, I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird to me. Have more faith in your abilities, my good sir. Well, this is the thing. I watched an old video on the Outer Odyssey channel of mine. Oh, crumbs. Which one was it? Shoot. Oh, I know which one it was. It was the Archetype Entertainment one, which I've changed the thumbnail now. It's now the Exodus one. It seemed a bit more relevant now the game's actually been announced. But I watched that one, and I kind of liked parts of the editing and parts of the script writing I did in that. It kind of went outside my normal way of doing things. And I think for the most part it worked, and people seemed to like it. So it's kind of cool. I kind of liked it. So I'm aiming for that kind of stuff. I'm not aiming to be like just the same sort of stuff that we did for Outer Odyssey and things like that. I may do like updates for games and stuff like that. That'll be fine. That's easy. But I do want to do some what I would consider more creative stuff. So you'll be looking at. I want to delve into and people who have watched my last Twitch stream, which seems like forever ago at this point, but I like delving into more of the mystery side of things and story threads that were left kind of abandoned or unfinished, and just seeing if they can tie into future games or future iterations of that particular universe for that particular game. Obviously, Mass Effect is a great example. Dragon Age is a great example. Exodus is a new universe, which I'm very interested to dive into. And they're releasing more and more stuff about that as well, which is quite good. And I believe there's a book coming out on it as well called The Archimedes Engine, which I'm very interested to get my hands on and have a read. But but yeah, this is kind of like my first foray into content creation. Well, it's not my first, but it's been the first time in a long time that I'm going into my own foray of content creation on my own, for my own channel, for my own brand kind of thing. And it is nerve-wracking, it really is. I did it years ago, before I met Rima, and before before we even knew each other. And it was fine back then. Like, but now I'm older. It's just like, no. I thought you cared less when you got older. I care more when I get older. It's horrible. I don't know why. You're always going to be your biggest critique if you enjoy the process. That's all that matters. Yeah, I did enjoy it. I don't want to become reliant on just like those news update kind of videos. I like doing them. Don't get me wrong. I will do those, but I might do them more as like a roundup once a week or once every couple of weeks or something, rather than doing it every single time like a crumb of news comes out. Because obviously we see a lot of the as I call the new wave of YouTubers. So you got people like Mr. Holthern, you've got Carla Elizabeth, you've got Atharia, and you got a bunch of others as well. Those are the three main ones that popped to my head because I watched a video of all of this at some point today. They're fantastic, and their communities have grown massively, especially in the last year or so. And I always look at that thinking, I just hope they don't hit the same wall that we did, and they don't hit the same kind of I'm trying to think of a word for it, but I'm really struggling for it at the moment. But like burnout is real, and then we experienced it at least twice, and that's why we stopped. Rima got to the point where she doesn't really want to do content again ever, which is a shame because she was very good at it. But Shaz always said that if I wanted her to appear in one of my videos at any point, she'd be happy to do that, which is fine. At some point, I will absolutely make her do that, because not having her in some videos and having her insight on certain games just seems like a waste. At some point, she's got really good insight for a lot of games, so especially like Cyberpunk and Dragon Age and stuff like that. Me learning art has been a fight with my own brain. I've actually been really interested to follow your art journey on Twitter, especially because I know you were off Twitter for quite a while, Vicky. So I've been really interested to see not just your journey as an artist, but your mental journey as it. Because obviously we had kind of an interaction a little while ago where we were both suffering from anxiety to make content or improve content or just do something with content, do something kind of thing, and it sucks. It really does. I mean, you're in kind of my age range as well, so I feel like if anyone knows what I'm going through right now, it's you more than anyone. So it's just nice to have a kind of a sounding board, I guess, for that kind of stuff. You put up a walled garden sort of thing. Yeah, pretty much. And yeah, and it's a shame because the channel. Are you actually 40 now? I thought you were 39, same as me. Are you 40 now? Oh. I'm nearly 40. I'm getting there. I'm 40 in January, so I don't celebrate my birthday though. So yeah. But yeah, it's like for me, our Odyssey was kind of like a very big learning curve for me. Purely because there's so much things you don't expect. And I kind of see Carla going for it at the moment where she's excited for these games. Like she's excited about the Dragon Age content she's posting. And her videos are fantastic. They really are some of the best videos I've seen from like the new wave of creators that have come through for sci-fi and fantasy content. Like she's at the forefront with Atharia and Mr. Holthern and a few others as well that are really, really good. And with us, we had to try and get out of... This is our Odyssey, by the way. We had to try and get out of the pigeonhole that we put ourselves in, which was obviously just BioWare games. And that was never our intention to do that all the way through. Not as long as we did, anyway. And It probably didn't help to record ourselves Mass Effect Odyssey at the beginning, but Captain Hindsight. But at some point, there's kind of an evolution. And when Andromeda came out, and it wasn't the best received game, and we got a lot of blowback from that, claiming we were paid shills for BioWare, blah, 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 blah. And I mean, no. I wish we got paid, to be honest. We did not make a lot of money out of YouTube when we were doing that stuff, so yes. But it's the way of publicly posting content and stuff like that. You can meet some fantastic people and build a fantastic community, but there's always going to be a sour side to it, no matter how big or small it is. And that's always going to be the bit that gets you more than anything. So, which kind of sucks, but yeah, it's just the way it is. So, but it's fine, There's nothing wrong with that. But Carla's kind of going through it at the moment where I saw a tweet. It was either earlier today or was it last night? I can't remember. I went to bed quite early last night. But she tweeted out like she has to keep like locking her Twitter account because people are being negative towards her and the fact she's excited about games, and she's thinking about whether to allow comments on the videos at all. And I'm just like, it sucks because we had the same thing years ago. But towards the end, like the last year of the channel, we didn't really have the negativity there anymore. Like we had a lot more positivity than anything, which was nice. But you'll always have that sour side. I remember being dragged on Reddit, which I didn't find out until months later, because people were like, Ash's videos, I don't like them, so I just wait for Reema's videos. I was like, oh, well, okay. Sucks to be me, I guess. So it's very rare that people get dragged on Reddit, but I was one of them. So I really enjoyed your Lord Dies more than anything personally, so I'm glad that's the kind of stuff you enjoy. Yeah, I mean, it is. Like, I love a good mystery. That's the main thing for me. I love a good mystery. I love, like, cliffhangers. Doesn't even like a drastic cliffhanger, like even a mini one. Ow, I hit my chin on my microphone. Like, even like a small one, But I love mysteries, and lore ties into mysteries, which is really good. Like, just open threads of storylines that never came to be, kind of thing. Mass Effect Andromeda is rife with them. So yeah. Oh bloody hell! Yeah, no. I don't know if that post is still on Reddit. It probably is. It was years ago. It didn't affect me too badly. I was just like, if you like me, you like me. You don't, you don't. I'm not going to try and change that for you. So But yeah. I'm not going to change who I am just because someone else deems me inadequate to make videos. That's their problem, not mine. Dark energy, woo. Yeah, I mean, the Andromeda stuff, like, the one that bugs me more than anything is the, and we did a video on this on the old channel, and Reema did a really good job of this. I was in that video, but it was mainly Reema's video. But it was to do with Jen Garson's murder on the Nexus. You can say it doesn't affect you, but still there's some mark. We're not immune to it. Oh, no, absolutely. Yeah, no, like, I can say, like, oh, yeah, no, it doesn't affect me at all. But I can put up that, like, bravado kind of thing. But, yeah, knowing that I probably wasn't the preferred one on the channel, that gets me quite a bit. But I went through a lot of stuff towards the end with mental health and stuff, and Reema was basically running the channel on her own. I'm pretty sure I contributed to her not wanting to make content anymore, which I will never fully get over. That was on me. Yeah, that was my fault. Yeah, I was going through stuff, but I should have been more aware of what I was doing. So, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, the Jen Garson murder. So like, when you're doing a game based on the Andromeda Initiative, going from the Milky Way galaxy to the Andromeda galaxy, and the person who basically created and ran the entire thing gets murdered, and you don't make that part of the main game, like a major quest line kind of thing. What are you doing? I'm just like, come on, that's a juicy storyline. That's a good one. And it's just like you get a quest, you go to the like hidden room where she was murdered. You don't know who it was. You assume it was the benefactor that ordered the moiter, and yeah, and that was kind of it. And I was like, oh, and I know they go into it in one of the books a bit more. Oh god, I can't remember which one it is. I've got it over there. I can see it on the other side of my living room, but I can't. I'm not close enough to see it to see what it is. That makes me sad. But yeah, that should have been the main quest line over whatever the Pathfinder stuff was. Yeah, absolutely. Like the problem for me as well, like with a lot of these games, there always has to be like a big bad. Obviously, the original trilogy was the Reapers, and that's fine. It worked really well for that one. But for me in Andromeda, there didn't feel like there was a big bad. There was an enemy, but they were weak. They were just like, like I didn't feel like I hated them. I didn't feel like it was like it didn't feel like a main part of the story, and it was weird. So I don't know. And I remember the end fight in Andromeda, where like you're trying to save whichever the twin that you didn't pick at the beginning of the game, but and all it is like it's him it's him charging up connected to a bunch of wires essentially, and you're shooting things like conduits to like a power surge happens or something. I haven't played that game in a while, so I'm really grasping at straws to try and remember exactly what happens. But yeah, then like he just short circuits and just just disappears. Well, it doesn't disappear. I think he just dies. But yeah, it's just like, oh, and that was it, kind of thing. I like the idea of like the Dyson Sphere world. What was it called? Meridian? I can't remember. God, I'm gonna have to play that game again at some point just to remember. It felt like they were setting up DLCs too much. That's my main thing for that one actually. It did actually feel like, because like there's the Quarian arc, and then there was the Jengarson murder, and then there was something else, and then and then like two of them ended up in books anyway. So yeah, it's really weird. But the jetpack, the combat was like some of the best combat Bioware's ever done, and it translated into Anthem pretty well as well. And rip Anthem, and it's kind of a shame that never really got its chance, because I know they were trying to kind of like revitalize Anthem. But in this day and age, if a live service game, upends itself at the beginning, then you ain't gonna last too long. We've seen that time and time again. That is the one thing I hate about Mass Effect Andromeda. You have to read the book to understand the whole story. I like reading, but even the original trilogy had books to add to the story. It did. Yeah. So like, even if you didn't read the books, you got very much the gist of the original trilogy. You got the gist of where it was going. You got the connecting threads through 1, 2, and 3. Like I'm working on Mass Effect 2 at the moment, and I'm doing everything, which is why it's taking so goddamn long. But I just restarted playing it a couple of weeks ago, and I'm actually I'm over the halfway point at this point, but I'm still like doing loyalty missions and stuff. So environments and combat was great. Love that. Ryder is a fine main character, but lacked the hook. Yeah, like we did a video on the old channel where even before the game came out, and like we had like 2 trailers, if that, and we'd already guessed that there was a family thing going on, because in one of the trailers there was a very blurry picture on the dashboard of the ship or whatever the thing they were in, and it was like a dad hugging his 2 kids kind of thing. And yeah, it turns out there was a dad and 2 kids. So yeah, but yeah, the combat and the movement was like insanely good, and I hope they translate that to the new Mass Effect. I really do. because that really doesn't need to be touched that much at all, if at all. To be honest, it was, and like the cover system was a lot more fluid. Like in Mass Effect 1 and 2, they're the only ones I played recently. I haven't played 3 recently. Not for the Legendary Edition anyway. But like the cover system, it's fine, but you get stuck to things quite a lot, and then you're just like, oh, get off the wall, get off this thing that I'm hiding behind, and then you end up getting shot anyway. So yeah. But with Andromeda, it was actually a lot more fluid. It didn't feel like you got stuck on everything, and you could kind of get away from the cover quite easy, and that was good. I really liked that. Anthem combat was really fun. Yeah, it was. I really enjoyed that, and I did like. I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoyed kind of Iron Manning around in the suit. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna deny that. I really not. But yeah, I fell short. Yeah, yeah. Anthem fell short on a lot more areas, unfortunately. I agree with the combat and the movement for Andromeda and Anthem, but you need more than good graphics and control to make a game. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, it's you need many moving parts to come together and kind of make a full thing. Like you can't just like splodge it together and hope it works. And that kind of, I mean, Mass Effect Andromeda less so, but Anthem more so, because it felt like, oh, we're going to do live service, and it was basically like Iron Man meets Destiny, but made by BioWare. And at certain points it was fun. I mean, the environments in that game were insanely good. In Anthem, they were gorgeous. But yeah, that game died at death. And because they never done a live service game and they never did like balancing levels of like gear and stuff like that, it seems so off. Like some weapons were just super OP, and some weapons that were supposed to be super OP were just completely underpowered, and it just felt like you could tell that this was their first attempt at a live service thing. So the originals were very much a cover and run forward, rinse repeat, but with Andromeda it was very fluid and dynamic. Yeah, exactly. And again, I didn't mind that in the original trilogy, because you can tell as they go from Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 2 to Mass Effect 3, that combat slowly evolved. And I think I personally prefer Mass Effect 2's combat in that original trilogy, but that's probably because I'm actually playing it currently. But yeah, for me, if he had the Andromeda combat in the original trilogy, then that would be insanely cool. For me, anyway. That'd be super fun. But, you never know. But I am looking forward to... Sorry, let me rephrase. I am cautiously optimistic for a new Mass Effect game. Christ, my memory's so bad. I'm cautiously optimistic for a new Mass Effect game. I've liked what I've seen in these little teaser trailers so far. There are thoughts I have on the two main trailers that have come out. The one with Liara in, and the one with the helmeted N7 in it. I want to save that for a video, so because I feel like there's something quite interesting there, and I think they're doing it deliberately to kind of like mess with us. I'm probably wrong at the same time. I haven't done content in ages, and my head's just like, eh. So, but yeah, I am super proud. I will say I'm super proud of the thumbnail I made for this, and people on Twitter seem to like it, so I'm happy. So. Andromeda combat and environments in the ME2 story, I think, would be my perfect game. Yeah, like Mass Effect 2 is my favorite one of the original trilogy. You put the Andromeda combat in that, and yeah, that would be like my perfect game. So I'm with you on that one, 100%. But then you look at obviously there's other sci-fi games I'm looking forward to. The new Mass Effect, Exodus has got my attention big time as well. I'd love to start doing videos on that kind of stuff. There's the one from Humanoid Origin Studio, which is Casey Hudson's new one. That looks super cool as well from the concept art I've seen. I like the fact they're going for like sci-fi, and there's kind of like there's like space stations and stuff like that, and they're almost like Art Deco-ish, not like fully, but there's like a little bit of Art Deco style in there, and I kind of like that. So I'm interested in that one. In terms of fantasy games upcoming, Avowed is on my radar. I'm looking forward to that one. I will say there seems to be a lot of difference between the original like reveal trailer for Avowed that they showed and the current ones they're showing, like gameplay and stuff. I don't know if it's like just the color palette or like the tone or the theme, but something seems to have changed. I'm still excited for it, but something seems to have changed slightly from the original reveal trailer to the trailers they're showing now, and I'm just like, huh. I don't know. It's just like a small or moderate tonal shift. But I'm still interested in it. It's a first-person fantasy game, which reminds me of Oblivion, so I'm going to play it. Oblivion, by far, Elder Scrolls Oblivion, is my favourite fantasy game, by far. But, having said that, I'm also very cautiously excited for Dragon Age Valgard, because the combat alone makes me more interested in that than I've ever been in a Dragon Age game, because it's very much more action-orientated, and I like that. I hated the hate's a strong word, but I very much didn't like the combat in Dragon Age Origins, to the point where I got about 2 hours into the game. I've not gone past that 2 hours. I cannot do it. I don't understand. My simple, nearly 40-year-old brain cannot understand the control system in that game on console. Dragon Age 2 I've never played, so yeah. But Inquisition was fine. It felt like you had more control over the combat. But I still had very, very minor issues with it. But for the most part, it was fine. And I have just recently restarted a playthrough of Inquisition as well, which I know Rima will be very happy with. And I might even do the DLC this time as well, which I know she'll be ecstatic with. So, yeah. But the combat puts me off Valgard more. Interesting. I think it was going to be... The problem with the combat in Dragon Age Origins for me was the fact that you pressed the button once and then they just went and did the combat. So you could literally just put the controller down and just watch the fight. I didn't like that. I like being responsible for my actions kind of thing. If I screw up, that's on me. Like I will, I don't mind that. But yeah. But yeah, the combat actually makes me more interested in the current Dragon Age game, because I'm much more into my action RPGs than I am anything else. So I'm definitely interested in it. In terms of covering it for YouTube content, I probably won't, purely because I don't have enough knowledge on the series. And there's already some fantastic creators out there that have got people more than well covered, and I do not need to encroach on that. So I'll be doing sci-fi and fantasy games, of course, but there are some games I will just leave alone. Like I probably won't ever really do any. I probably won't ever really do any Halo content, because again, there's content creators out there that do a damn sight better than I do. I have very good knowledge of the Halo franchise and the story and lore and things like that, but at the same time, I don't, because Halo's going through a period now where they're not really supporting the single player, like the supposed DLC that was supposed to be coming out for it called The Endless. Just it doesn't seem to be happening anymore. There's been a mass rework of staff at 343. Multiplayer still getting some updates, but nothing particularly major. There's supposed to be some rumored like battle royale thing they were going to do, and it went guns like last year before in terms of rumors, and then nothing came of that. So I don't think a battle royale should be its own mode. I think that should just be added into the multiplayer, make it part of a fuller multiplayer experience. But that's just me. But yeah. Baldur's Gate 3 has made me realise I really like that combat. Action combat literally hurts me. My wrist is fucked up. See, I can't do turn-based for me. I'm indifferent to it. Many moons ago, I used to play like Age of Empires and stuff like that. This is not the new ones, like the old ones. And I used to play with my sister quite a lot. And what was the other one? Might and Magic. That was a turn-based one. See, I used to love that. That turn-based combat was super fun. and super simple as well for simple me. But yeah, obviously that game's super old now, and I don't think they've done like those versions of Might and Magic for ages. I might be wrong, but yeah, but with the turn-based stuff these days, I can't seem to get myself back into it. Like I used to love it when I was in my younger years, like my late teens, early 20s, but now I'm in my late 30s, nearly my 40s. I'm just like, eh. But yeah, but I really want to like Baldur's Gate 3, which we are going back to this week, I think, in terms of streams for Our Odyssey. But I don't know. I want to play it through to the end of the campaign, at least. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Rima's being very forgiving with me on that because it's just not my normal style of combat. So, but I'm lucky in terms of like my wrist, my right wrist specifically. I've broken my right wrist in 2 places in the past. But yeah, action combat is still fine for me. I tried playing Star Wars The Old Republic on PC with Rima. Both, I took my laptop when I went to visit her many, many years ago. And like my wrist almost dies when I play like MMOs on PC for more than like 2 hours. But put it on console and give me a controller. I can go for days with no issues at all. I don't understand why, but there you go. It's a weird one, but I don't know. So yeah. From what hang on, I missed a spiffing comment here. I think Exodus. Oh god, hang on, I need to go back to my thing. I think it's going to be great just because Drew Carpenter is writing it. Wrote Darthbane, Knights of the Republic, and the first Mass Effect. Yeah, no, like I've been following. I can prove this, and I'll change the screen in a minute just so I can get this up and show this. I need to log in. Oh, can I log into the other channel while I'm streaming to another one? Is that allowed? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go to the channel instead. Just log out. No, not log out, but just switch channels. Be like, it'll be fine. Hang on. Here we go. Oh, God, I need to remember which one it is. Which screen am I on? I briefly went to 2 monitors this morning and I realised I hated it, so I went back to 3. Right, is this the right one? See if this works. Hey, I got it right. Okay. So, I realise I'm working on the delay here, so I'm just waiting for it to come up on the YouTube here. How long is the delay? Oh, it's about 15 seconds. Wow, that's a long delay. I'll have to try low latency next time. But yeah, so I want to point out this here. This is a new thumbnail, by the way. I changed this like a month ago. But the old thumbnail was just said, it was just like a concept art piece and just text all over it because that's all I could do at the time. But yeah, this is about Exodus. I did this video 4 years ago when they first announced it. And this is the one that I kind of like the style of what I did. I'll play it, but I'll turn the sound off. God, I haven't seen that intro for a long time. Jesus. There you go. I'll let that run. But sorry, it's my left that struggles. It's too many WASDs. Oh god, yeah, I can imagine that actually. Ouchies. Oh, you know what I just realised in this video? Right at the bottom, he's not attached. He's just kind of floating there. Oh, that's annoying. You're impatient with Baldur's Gate 3 a bit. You don't want to read the abilities. Yeah, I know. I kind of just want to go in and just kind of just do it, but I can't use a controller. I've never learned, and it isn't fun. And games are meant to be fun. I think is I'm the opposite. I think mouse and keyboard sucks, so I much prefer controller. But that thing is, I was brought up on like Nintendo most of my early life, and that was all controller. So I had very early experience on that. I moved over to PC as like PC became more prominent, like in my mid to late teens. But yeah. But yes, this video was 4 years ago. I don't remember exactly when it was released. Oh, February 2nd, 2020. So I was talking about Exodus before anybody else. And yeah, this is how long I've been looking forward to it for. So yeah. But yeah, because obviously there's a bunch of ex-BioWare devs and things like that involved in this, and there's Naughty Dog devs. It's just a bunch of very good devs involved in Archetype Entertainment and Exodus, and I can't help but be excited for this. I will always say I'm cautiously optimistic because I'm almost certain that Cyberpunk 2077's launch broke me in terms of being excited for games and just going all out and just saying, oh, I really want to play this game. I don't think I'll ever do that again. I will always say I'm cautiously optimistic at this point. So thanks, Cyberpunk. You broke me. I'm also on the verge of starting a new Cyberpunk playthrough as well, and I'm looking forward to it because my first one was bugged as shit. So I'm back in Final Fantasy XIV again. It's a very slow start. Yeah, I think I tried that a long time ago, and yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff on the screen. I didn't understand it. For like console MMOs, I think ESO is probably my favorite one. Like that's easy for me. A lot of it's kind of like wash, rinse, repeat kind of stuff, but I still like the world. I like Elder Scrolls Universe. So I still struggle to play Skyrim for some reason. I don't know why. I have no idea. Controller suits action combat more, in my opinion. Neither is better as a gaming choice. They're punishing enjoy games. Yeah, exactly. Like everyone's going to have their preference of how they play. Also, when it comes to accessibility and things like that, there's just better options. And sometimes it can neither be a controller nor a keyboard. It could be one of the specialized controllers that come out. And when I say controller, I mean like just a gamepad that you hold in your hand kind of thing. But because they call them accessible controllers, that's the name of them. But like Xbox has got one, PlayStation they've got one now as well. I kind of wish Nintendo would do one, but yeah, Nintendo's Nintendo. I love Nintendo, but yeah, come on. I got hooked in like that with Starfield. Whilst I enjoyed it, it wasn't the game that made me want to keep playing it. Yeah, with Starfield, I enjoyed it to a point. Like, again, love sci-fi games. I don't currently have Starfield installed. I do want to do another replay of it though, because I did what I normally do with RPGs and just like kind of rinse through the main campaign, the main quest path, and don't really deviate too much. Whereas I'm playing Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition now, and I'm enjoying it way more because I'm literally doing everything I can find. I'm scanning every single planet, and I'm finding these little missions that you can go and land on the planets and do. Didn't know that was... Punch the microphone. Didn't realise that was a thing. And I was like, wow, I actually learned and realised something today. Haha. So it was all, yeah. It's just, you discover... Sorry, I just saw that Witcher glitch that I got absolutely years ago. That was quite funny. Oh, that was good. I'll pause the video there. But I forgot about that. Love the Starfield NASA Punk vibe. Yeah, I like the branding they had for that kind of stuff was really good. I absolutely loved it. But I don't know. I think I need to replay it again. I might re-download it because I know that the Shattered Space DLC is supposed to be coming out at some point later this year or beginning of next year. I can't remember exactly when it is, but yeah, I think I'll try and play it again. Let's see what happens. The thing that majorly disappointed me more than anything with Starfield is the you have to find like the rooms where you activate the portal thing, and like the first like couple of times you're like, oh wow, this is super cool, and you're floating around a room getting these little like bundles of stars and things, and then someone's shouting on the high street. But then you do it like 9 or 10 times, and suddenly it gets quite repetitive. And I was just like, oh, it's very wash, rinse, repeat again. I will say, I can't remember her name now. I do have a favorite companion in that game, and I can't remember her name. She had like black clothing and like tied. I think it was tied back black hair. God, what was her name? I loved her so much. She started off being like quite a badass, but I took her everywhere with me. And then she's just like, she has kind of a softer side. Under that like tough exterior, I feel like there's a heart of gold who would shoot you if she had to. So, Andreja, that's it. Yes, it was Andreja. So, yes, yeah, she was lovely. I loved her. Absolutely my favorite companion. So, I don't know if you could romance her or not. Again, I kind of blasted through the campaign, so I don't know if romance was really a thing. Or at least saying like I like you kind of thing. Don't have to be like full romance, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. And adding vehicles at some point. Yeah, I heard about that. And there's a reason that a mod that removes all of that is one of the most popular ones. Oh, there's a mod for that? Oh, nice. They are adding mods to Starfield console, aren't they? Because they did it for Skyrim. So I imagine they probably would at some point. I think she'll have a part in the DLC as well as exploring her faction. Oh, nice. Well, yeah, she was my favourite by like a million miles. I loved Andrea. She was so good. I always do side quest RPG rules. Main quests say I go one way. I immediately go the opposite. Yeah, I'm learning that with Mass Effect. Like I haven't touched the main quest for a while because I'm slowly doing the loyalty quests, and I'm also doing like the planet scanning and stuff like that. And there's little quests that come up with that, and I'm like, okay, I'll go do that, and then I'll go do this. I'm actually super enjoying it. So yeah, I should have learned really. So it's my own fault. It is my own fault. It really is. But yeah. Oh, there are Starfield mods for console now. Oh, nice. Okay, I will reinstall them. But yeah, there's some good things about Starfield, but I just feel like it suffers from what a lot of Bethesda games suffer from, which is victim of their own hype kind of thing. And like Skyrim came out on every platform imaginable, and I like the parts I played with Skyrim, but I really struggle to get through it for some reason. Whereas Oblivion, and I don't know why, but Oblivion I have such a soft spot for, and I love playing that game. But again, it's one of those games where I stuck to the main quests more often than not. That's a game I should replay as well. I did play the 2 DLCs at least though, which was Knights of the Nine and the Shivering Isles. Both good DLCs. Shivering Isles specifically was very good. So you can fly around in a Mandalorian outfit should you wish. Oh. Okay, yeah, we need to reinstall Starfield, I think. But yeah, like RPG wise, the Horizon is looking pretty good for RPGs, especially for sci-fi and fantasy stuff. We're going to be eating good for a good few years. So Mass Effect is obviously a ways away yet. That's at least 4 years away, I think, in my opinion. Maybe even 5. Obviously Dragon Age is hopefully this year. Oblivion to me. What was it? I keep getting blocked by like the heart thing on the chat on YouTube here. Oblivion to me was a letdown, like we weren't the savior. No, Sean Bean wasn't he? If I remember rightly, Sean Bean was the savior. We were just like the ferryman. We were the one. We were the one that had to go pick him up. So, I mean, I suppose in a way, if I remember the end of the main campaign correctly, you are basically called the champion of Cyrodiil. Yeah, like it cuts out like a very tiny part of the word. Like I do like if you're like watching the UI, watching the stream from a public facing viewpoint, like you guys are now. I like what they've done with the live streams now, where the live chat is actually next to the stream rather than below it. That's one UI change I love that YouTube's done, but they still need to do a few other bits and pieces as well. On the back end, I've got a little heart in the bottom right corner that keeps covering up like certain words in the bottom right hand corner. It's really annoying, but yeah, there you go. But yeah, like at the end of Oblivion, you end up being like the champion of Cyrodiil, and then you get like the gold armor that you have to come back for because it's not ready. But that's all I remember of that. I loved Oblivion and Skyrim. Oblivion was my cozy place when I got home from secondary school. Skyrim is something I've always enjoyed coming back to, playing it with different mods and mod packs. I do want to play Skyrim with the Macho Man Randy Savage mod, purely for shits and giggles. So So like that would not be a serious play for all. I just want to see the dragon come over the top of the mountain and go, "Oh yeah, brother!" So, oh, I've seen it so many times on YouTube. It's great. So yeah, but the big dragon fight, you stand there. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, the ending is well, the boss fight is disappointing. You do run around a bit, if I remember rightly, but you do kind of just hide behind a pillar essentially. I'm biased though as a watcher. I really don't like the YouTube UI versus Twitch. Yeah, I mean YouTube's got a long way to go for their live stream stuff. They are making small improvements, but see the hard thing for me, you could make the little chat window bubble thing at the bottom slightly less wide and just put it down there. And that's a tiny thing, but it's kind of annoying. Especially on the back end of the bit I'm watching. So part of me's reading the chat from the bloody OBS. Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh. Now, as when I was a kid, a lover of Thomas the Tank Engine, I will do this. It'll probably freak me the hell out, but I will do it. I will happily do it. Oh, just a question quickly as well. What's the quality of the stream like in terms of visuals? I only ask because obviously I get basically unlimited bits per second on YouTube. Well, I'm allowed to go quite high, but it's not unlimited, obviously. But I have much better internet now. So I get like a gig internet now. And like 120 meg upload. So I just wanted to know if it's as crisp as I'm hoping it is. But yes, YouTube UI, especially for streams, needs to be quite a bit better than it's fine. Gameplay would be a stronger test though. Yeah, that's true. You're right. Hang on. Where's my controller? I could do it quick. I could jump into Mass Effect 2 quick and see. You probably heard that. The one time I backed a video game being made on Kickstarter, mainly because I have a love of pixel art. and it's a game called Savior. It's like a Metroidvania side-scrolling combat kind of game, and it looks super cool. But it's taken so long, and they've just done their... I just got an email about their 50th update. I'm just hoping that game does actually come out at some point. I have concerns. Okay, so I was reading the update quickly. Right, let me see. I also do have a video a bit smaller on my second monitor, as I'm arting. I love the use of the word there. I'm arting right now. I'll jump into Mass Effect 2 briefly. I'll run around the Normandy quick just to see. I'm at 10k. I'm at 10 kilobits. 10. I'm at 10,000 kilobits per second, not 10. I was at 10 kilobits. I don't think the stream will be working. I'm at 10 kilobits per second. I love how quick the load screens are in this now. Oh, okay. I'm not on the Normandy. I'm on the Citadel. Whoops. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look. There we go. I'm gonna run around the Citadel for a bit. I can't remember what I came here for. Last time I played was the end of last week, so. Hey, it's Bailey. Hey, Bailey, how you doing? 10 kilobyte gang, yeah. Can you tell? Can you tell my 10 kilobytes? But no, I got my internet upgraded a few weeks ago. Well, probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago now. And I get up to 1.6 gig download with a minimum of 700 megabytes, and I get 120 megabytes upload, which is I had 18 upload before, so that's like way better. So I can obviously afford to do more kilobytes per second. It looks good here. Nice. I'm not going to speak to anything. I just want to run around the game for a second and see. Holy PNG, Batman. Sorry. I mean, it's a beautiful PNG, but it's because the Legendary Edition made everything more crisp and proper. You can just tell it's a picture, and that makes me sad. I like this. What level am I now? Level 22? Damn, I'm higher than I thought. See, that's because I'm doing all the planet scanning and doing all these extra little missions now. I'm becoming a proper RPG gamer. Looks all good here though. Excellent. City Fiber were meant to install gigabit internet this year, but not had anything for a while. Yeah, we had one. We had another one. Oh, it's called Tube, TOOB. That they're like, yeah, we're gonna install gig internet up and well, it was like 900 megabyte up, 900 megabyte down, which is good. I would have gone for that one, yeah, had they actually installed it on the high street that I'm currently living on. They did it everywhere else other than the high street. It's still in planning on the high street here, and I was like, well, that's useless. So, yeah, cool. But then EE came along because I changed over to EE on my phone contracts last year, I think. And it's been so much better, like in terms of affordability. I pay £10 a month and I get everything unlimited because I get unlimited data now because I moved my internet over. Because they sent me a letter saying, because EE are owned by BT, but all their products are changing over to EE. And they sent me a letter saying, oh, hey, you have a gig internet available in your area now. And I was like, is it available specifically in my flat? And like where my flat is? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll do that then. It was a bit of a pig to get it in. I ain't gonna lie, they broke the line twice and they had to feed it through 3 times. That wasn't my fault, obviously, but they got it in the end, and I'm very happy with it. So, and games downloads are so much quicker now. Like I re-downloaded. What did I re-download earlier? I re-downloaded something earlier. It was like a 70 gig game, and I did it in less than 10 minutes. Whereas before that would have taken like 3 or 4 hours. So I'm very happy. I'm very happy to see that by the looks of it, the gameplay looks good. And I think I've got a bit of leeway to actually increase the kilobits per second as well. So, because if I've got like 115, 120 megabyte upload, I don't know how far that means I can go. Any mathematicians out there that know how far I can go with that one? I have no idea. But anyway, that's what I wanted to do there, so I'll go back to just chatting. Well, the good news is I'm looking at, I just realised I can look at the bottom of OBS and see what all my stats are. But I've been going for just over an hour. My CPU hasn't gone above 3%, which is great. I have full green bars at just over 10k, which is even better. And 0 drop frames, which is awesome. That's great. So considering I was scared that so much stuff wasn't going to work, and yeah, like this, like I fixed the chat issue, and the chat design I specifically bought because I could change the colors and stuff and make it a part of my themed colors. Everything works. I'm so happy. I'm so very happy. All been smooth as silk. Yeah, I mean, it's surprisingly smooth as silk, which is weird. But yeah, I'm super happy. And I won't lie, it has kind of helped with my anxiety for making content again. I know there's only been a few people here. Like, I expected that. That's fine. But it just, yeah, like, you did it. You did the thing. I did the thing. I know. I'm so happy. But yeah, it's just like, now I've taken the step that I needed to take. If I couldn't push for it to make a video, I felt like the live stream was kind of like the foot in the door kind of thing that could have seen me push for it a bit more. And now I've done that, I can be like, well, hey, there's nothing stopping me from making a video. And I'm kind of excited again. I'm kind of excited like I was when we first started Odyssey. And I don't care how many views I get. I'm doing it for fun. I need 40 for fuck's sake. But our first few videos made like a few hundred views, if that. I don't care. I'm just doing it for fun. I just want to do something creative. And the only thing I'm good at creatively is, well, not even good at, but got a quarter good at, is like putting videos together and stuff like that. And I'm looking forward to it. I really am. So it's the first time in a long time as well. And it's mine. This is my little thing. Don't get me wrong. I love making content with Rima. She's my best friend. And we had so much fun doing what we did. But she's not going to come back to any kind of full-time content creation anytime in the next 5 years. I don't think so. Maybe not ever. But yeah. But I always wanted to see if I could make a go of it on my own. And this is the very first step for me. So I'm very happy that I've actually been able to take a step. So sometimes you just have to push through it. Yep, that's it. I feel proud of this, honestly. I do feel proud of myself. It does feel like a very small weight has been lifted kind of thing. And I'm glad, obviously, a few people here that I know as well. That's always nice. So yeah. And honestly, in terms of like making videos and content and stuff again, I have so much better equipment now than I did before. My mic's way better. My Stream Deck, I've been programming stuff into that to make things a lot easier. I have software that makes it easier to edit stuff. Like I have an audio software editor called Recut, which literally cuts out all the empty gaps, which takes me like hours to do when I make a video. I can literally just stuff it in there, cut all the gaps out and put it straight in my editor. So it cuts it all out. So I'm way more prepared now to make videos than I was when we were doing Odyssey and stuff like that. So, and obviously we've done various projects between and before Odyssey even. We had one called The Hobgoblins, which went for a little while but didn't really go anywhere. When we did our first big break from Odyssey stuff, we had Project Orion, which I still have the assets for that. So that was interesting. So I'm sure you'll build a nice little community over time. I hope so. It'd be nice to just, especially as I'm getting older, and I feel like I'll appreciate just like meeting kind of kindred spirits in a way. It's like people are just like geeks and nerds like me who like sci-fi and fantasy stuff, and not just games, but books and movies and TV shows. And we can just like hang out and chat and just, you know, shoot the shit on our favorite sci-fi and fantasy stuff and nerdy stuff. It actually excites me. So the anxiety won't be gone, so not stressed that it's still there. But you've won this round. Yeah, like the fact I've won a round is nice. So it's been eating at me for so long. I've been ready to go on this for ages. Like I made this like just chatting window slightly different. As you can tell, I've got like a nice pixel arcade background, which I love. And this live chat thing, the live chat background bit there comes as part of the pack that I have. But I made some slight adjustments to it because for some reason it was an MP4 file, but it wasn't animated, so I don't get why. So I just made it a PNG to make it easier. I never got the courage to press the live button. You did some nice work, Ash. The first bit is the hardest part. It is. It very much is. And I'd say the same to you, Spiffing, as well. If you ever, like, you're still, like, in your younger years, you got plenty of time to, like, turn that corner and, like, build your own little community and stuff. And I know you've been talking about it quite a lot, so. And you got a bunch of us here that are more than willing to help you out and support you, no matter what. A bunch of you supported me and Remo when we did Odyssey, and a bunch of you are supporting me again when I'm trying to make something of my own. And yeah, I'm still nervous. Yeah, I'm still scared, but I got this step out of the way, and I don't think I ever would. So I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, it's just one of those things where you have to you just have to kind of hope that you're eventually going to kind of step off kind of thing and allow yourself to be able to just have fun and be creative. And I wanted to be creative for so long. I want to do some writing as well. Rima's done like 40,000 words of writing her own story, whether it's a short story or short 40,000 words or 20,000 words, I can't remember. But she's written her own whole story thing. Even Heather's kind of brainstorming ideas for a similar kind of thing. And I've got some ideas in terms of my little story I want to do. Again, whether it's a short story or a full-blown thing, I have no idea at this point. But I actually bought separate notebooks, and one of them is right behind me on my sofa. It's my green faux. It looks like alligator skin, but it's obviously not real alligator skin. It's faux. I'm not an idiot. I am an idiot, but not that much of an idiot. One's labeled video. Wait, video. What's it labeled? Hang on, I need to reach it. It is labeled video content creation, and it has all my old notes from Odyssey in terms of like video structure that I've learned over the years and channels that I really like. And I got a bunch of info from one of the old community managers from EA. He's no longer at EA anymore. Oh no, he probably is at EA, but just not as community manager anymore. Actually, I don't think he's at EA anymore, to be honest. I don't know. But yeah, I got a bunch of the notes when he very kindly sat in a call with me for like 2.5 hours, and we just like chatted and just like shot the shit and just had a laugh and stuff, and just gave me advice of like other YouTube channels that he's worked with and what they've done at the beginning of their stuff. And yeah, he was super fun. Lee, if you're out there anywhere, I hope you're doing well, my friend. But yeah, it was. I've still got all those notes, and I'm trying to compile it into like one thing, like a crib sheet of up-to-date stuff. And one of the things I hated that I did specifically in terms of like making videos the last time, and it's something I'm determined not to do this time, is too much waffle. I just want to get straight to the point. I don't want to mess around. I don't want to waste people's time. Surprisingly, long form content on YouTube is actually kind of king at the moment. Obviously, shorts are great and they're doing really well, but like longer form content is actually doing really well on YouTube at the moment, which is odd. I'm not sure where that turnaround happens, but I don't know. Kind of weird. But yeah. I get those bedtime reminders very so often. They are quite annoying. But one day perhaps when I get my life back on a more solid ground. Yeah, I can understand that. Well, I'm in a decent position where like I'm working. I think it's not like a high paying job or anything, but it's a job that pays me enough to keep a roof over my head, get a bit of food in my belly, and pay my bills and stuff. But yeah. Sorry, I got a notification from Carla's Discord about a new video she's made. Who at YouTube thought it was a good idea to bedtime reminder and pause a sodding video? Yeah, that's always a fun one. I always get the one where like I've watched like a 2-hour long video, and it's pauses. Looks like 20 minutes left. It's like, are you still watching? Huh? What? But the thing is, I've turned off autoplay now, so if I put a long video while I'm in bed, my iPad won't stay on all night and just drain battery. Like if it's like a half hour, 40-minute video, I'll normally fall asleep before the end of it. And yeah, it would just like stop playing videos and just go on standby on its own, which saves the battery a lot more, I've noticed. It's great. So yeah, I turned autoplay off. It's only on the app for me, to be fair, not the website. Yeah, I get the video pause, are you still watching thing on the website every so often, but it has to be a really long video. I've got the YouTube app on my phone and my iPad, but I've never had it on them, to be honest. That's weird. The app doesn't have ad blockers. No, it doesn't. The website does though. Well, actually, no. I got my ad blocker built into my web browser. It's great. It does YouTube, Twitter. Doesn't do Twitch, unfortunately. It's kind of lame, but oh well. But yeah. So yes, I'm happy to report that the stream has been on a technical front a big success. And from my from my anxiety standpoint, it's been a huge success. So I'm quite happy. But I think I'm going to wrap that up there, to be honest. I think I've figured out what I need to figure out. I fixed the chat. I'm going to have to do my own. You're going to see it on the end screen in a minute. The chat box on the end screen will probably be weird, because I try to copy over this one here onto the end one. And it apparently didn't work. That's why the chat box was a complete wank. And I had to fix it, so I'll have to do its own chat box on the end, so I don't get them sharing and changing shape. How dare I? But yeah, but I think I'm going to end it there. I'm going to go get a quick snackaroo, and I'm going to go to bed and enjoy my day off tomorrow. Now, hey, who knows? Maybe even finish a script tomorrow. But we shall see. Baby steps. But hey, for Corey, for Spiffing, and for Vicky, thank you very much for popping by. I appreciate it. You've helped me immensely in sorting some things out and allowing me to get over part of my anxiety to actually make some videos and put myself out there again. So thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. I will speak to you all soon, I'm sure, whether it be on YouTube or Twitch or whatever, but hopefully in the next week, when I get my week off next week, you'll see a couple of videos from me as well. But you guys follow me on Twitter, so you'll know when I post about them anyway. I'll probably transition the Discord over to my own Discord as well, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers for your help, guys. I very much appreciate it, and I will speak to you all very, very soon. Good night.